Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Dave D Fishing. So in this video, the plan was to go out for albies / false albacore and Rhode Island near Newport. The previous day to me going out in this video, my friend was actually down in this area and the albies were everywhere, I guess. And then I actually bumped into another kayaker who confirmed the previous day there were a lot of albies. I didn't see any albies when I went out during this video. And I had a feeling, just because how my luck is with bumping into these things, that I should probably get some green crabs and bring them with me. So the previous night I got, I got like 2 gallons of green crab and had a tautog set up with me so I can go mess around with those and sort of wait until hopefully the albies show up or some sort of hardtail. I caught, I think, three keeper tautog. I let all of them go because they were like 16s, and one was a male that was 17 inches and the other 2 were females, and they were definitely over what they need to be of 16 inches. So got a couple tautog. I got actually a really nice black sea bass in this video. I think it was 20 inches. What else did I catch? Oh, then I caught there were giant schools of bullet tuna. Some people call them frigate tuna, I guess. There was wads and wads of these things. I've never seen these things school up before and feed on the surface, but it was that in itself, to go down there and watch that and just be in the middle of all of it was amazing. And I was sort of wondering, reflecting on the name bullet tuna and just watching them eat, it sounds like bullets hitting the water. And the video in the GoPro itself, I don't know if any camera would pick up exactly what these fish sound like when they're feeding, but it's crazy, and it's a really cool experience to be in the middle of all of it. I don't know how many more times I'm going to be able to go out for albies. I'm hoping at least 2 more times. I'm not sure whether I'm going to stick to my guns and go back to the Cape again, because it seems, because of the area I usually go in, there's a lot of coves and that type of thing that I could poke around in, rather in Newport where I go, there's no coves or anything over there, which sort of stinks, but sort of limits where I can go. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know there's not tons of action. When I make these videos, I'm not aiming to, it'd be nice if I caught big fish all the time, but that's not how realistically it goes. Some days you get skunked, some days you get these surprise fish, and some days you catch what you're going out for or better. So enjoy the video, guys. Again, not a lot of big fish. It's still fun to get out, and I just want to share that with you guys. Enjoy the video. This morning we're going to be fishing for tautog near Newport, Rhode Island. So I'm just cutting up some crab. In my last video, I actually have 2 videos out of how I cut my crab, so I'm not going to go over it again. But yeah, I sliced these in half. These are just green crab. You could use, there's Asian shore crab, there's white leggers, or I believe they're Jonah crabs. Those work really well, but you got to watch the regulations on them. You can quarter those. So I'm just dropping this down right now to see if I can't jig up something. So I got my first tog in the morning, and it just barely started to bite. All the other fish were sea bass, so I didn't I didn't record those. So all right, now the bite's on, so that's good. See how good they're actually down there. Ooh, that's a better one. Maybe not. He gave up. That's a little chinner, little baby one. That's a good average size though for early in the morning. Not bad. Still just enough bait on there. Wow, that was quick. Oh, it's a sea bass. see. Oh, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. I gotta loosen up my drag just a little bit. That's a good one. Definitely a keeper. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. That's a big sea bass. Oh, shoot. So we're allowed to keep a couple of these. Holy smokes. It's dinner right there. Let's see how big he is, just for giggles. What a beautiful fish. It's 20. That's a nice fish. So we're gonna keep him. That's a good sized fish right there. Wasn't expecting that at all. Just cutting the gill rakers to bleed this thing out. And I got a backpack with ice in it. It's okay if it gets that dirty. These things are great. It's an igloo. Oh, get in there. It's an igloo backpack. I love that thing. Good stuff. All right. Sheesh. Hey guys, so I got one of those fish out of that school. I don't know what it is. What is that? Ooh, what's that? Oh, it's a bullet tuna. I think that's a bullet. Yeah, that's a bullet tuna. Oh, yes. Add one to my list. Never caught one of those before. It's still going off out there. I'm gonna use that for bait. Let me see if I can't catch one more. That was cool. So you gotta really cast right in front of them. Yeah, so these are all bullet tuna, not chub mackerel. Got my first chub mackerel today. Oh, not chub mackerel, bullet tuna. Yeah, there they go. Look at all of them. Ooh. There's one. There's one. Might have snagged him though. Wow. These things fight pretty good for a little tiny tuna. Oh! Oh! Oh, come here! Come here! I snagged him, but still. Good bait. Okay, so watch when these bullet tuna come up to the top. They'll fly up to the top and they skim up against the surface with their mouths wide open. And to catch these things, you had to cast immediately, like right in front of them, and anticipate where they were coming up. That was a good one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I didn't catch a bunch of tog, a ton of sea bass, but that's how fishing is sometimes. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the day before, I guess it was on fire, and then the next day I get there and there's barely a trickle. So even with the tog, it was weird. So I don't know what happened, but the day before I know there was good sized tog cruising around, and today was all mostly shorts and barely, or a little over keeper size. Wasn't anything fantastic. So it's still early in October. The best fishing's yet to come for tog, especially if you're fishing from shore or kayak. There are keeper tog out there, and you just have to catch it on the right day. That's all it comes down to. My trusty spots that I went to today, they usually produce pretty well, and there's just barely anything there as far as tog. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give a like and subscribe, and then I have some smelt fishing coming up, and then I'm trying to think what else we have out there. Yeah, mainly smelt. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's just one of those nostalgic things that we have, nostalgic fishing that we have up here in New England that I feel has been forgotten. And I'm going to do a video, probably a couple of videos on that. I love smelt fishing. So that's a good way to wrap up saltwater season. You get to use those nights that are freezing cold but not cruise too far from the house for those of you who live on the south shore of Massachusetts and up. I don't think smelt go on. I've actually never heard of smelt going south side of the Cape or lower. Maybe they did at one point, but they certainly don't anymore. And also whiting, you get all kinds of stuff coming up, and this is all shore stuff. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. Please give a like and subscribe.